Well, the third video. My goodness. I don't know, the video just stops working after a time. Maybe I should take it off of 4K, that might help. The old armpit sweat. Quite the sweater. The nerves get going. Anyways, I was saying... this is ridiculous. These fucking videos. I was saying it's good for people and people are happy. It's a big thing. Big deal. Pretty good. To say the least. Shout out Larry David. So if you're happier and you're not so consumed with truth, or you think you know the truth, what in God's green earth do you need to be worried about at that point? If you think you know the truth, you're not going to be looking for anything else. You're happy. So you can see how it generally is good for most people. Not all people. There's going to be, if I'm being frank, if I'm being candid, there's going to be a small percentage of people way at the top, real smart, real asshole-like, stuff like that, real rational. And they're going to be like, can't do this. This is going to hurt me more than it would ever help me, because I need to figure out what the hell is actually going on. And those are the people I think are your inventors, or your thinkers, your people that move society forward, because they're trying to figure out they can fail, and they're okay with failing, and they're going to continue past that, because the failure isn't personal, it's not emotional, it's, okay, that's a failure, but at the very least, I know I learned something. I know I move forward. I know that that's not true. I know that that doesn't work. Yeah, you can see how that correlates. They're going to be less religious, stuff like that. Obviously, massive correlation with intellectuals and atheism or non-religiousness. The higher in intelligence you go, the less religious they tend to be. Now, that does not mean, if you know anything about statistics, that does not mean that there's not geniuses that are religious. Quite the contrary, there obviously is. You can look at great philosophers that have been, they're obviously geniuses and they're obviously religious. So, but there are a extreme minority. Geniuses are way more often going to be non-religious. So take that for what it is, however you like. Now, that's a lot of the pros. Let's go to cons. Cons. Cognitive dissonance. Big one. Nice word. Really condenses things into perception, or I don't even know the word I'm looking for. Whatever. Condenses things into a nice little box to understand, even though it's a lot. It makes people fucking ignorant. It's like, if you come to me with an assumed premise, we haven't proven this premise, we haven't established that anybody agrees with it, other than like just agreeing out of emotion or not proof. No one agrees by proof, they just agree because they're told to. You come to me with that, okay, a little exercise on that. If I take your little assumed premise, such as God or your religion, and then we say killing babies is good, and now that is our assumed premise, and now what I'm going to tell you is, no, you have to have faith that this is the plan. You have to just believe, and that is the truth. Now, I would think someone that knows truth would understand that that's the truth, and it's like, okay, amongst all of those appeals, you never proved to me why killing babies is good. Killing babies is not necessarily good. I'm